Hi, I'm John.
I'm Christine. We're producers at WETA and best friends, and we love living in the DC area.
But finding a place to live here is tough.
Join us as we go house hunting and explore neighborhood options across the region.
And find out what it would be like if you lived here.
Here we are across from the Potomac River from Washington, D.C. in historic Old Town Alexandria, Virginia.
Founded in 1749, just a few miles south of the nation's capital, Old Town is DC's oldest neighborhood and considered the heart of Alexandria.
Filled with restaurants, boutiques, antique shops, and museums, Old Town has something for everyone.
And you know, Tina, the Waterfront is a place for exercise, relaxation, and even transportation to and from DC.
Old Town neighborhoods feel historic, charming, and super walkable.
And it's on those streets that we'll find our 3 houses.
We're going to tour 3 properties at 3 different price points.
And try to guess the listing price without going over.
So what are we waiting for?
Let's go get our Old Town on.
All right, which way should we go?
Should we follow the signs?
I think so.
Okay. Hi there, you must be Susie Klein.
I am. Welcome to Old Town Alexandria.
Thank you.
So what makes Alexandria so special, Susie?
I love Old Town because it's so charming and it's so walkable, but it's also a great place to live because it's a very easy commute into DC.
When was this house built?
Well, this house will be considered a new house. It was built in 1984.
That is new for Old Town.
It is. I think you're really gonna like it.
Let's take a look.
Okay.
All right, first stop in Old Town, and this is nice.
The whole room is just so welcoming. You just want to sit down and relax.
It's not just like a shotgun box. This kind of pops out at you because of the angle, and it adds dimension to this room. Very nice.
So dining area.
Yeah.
And you know what I love is that your eye is just drawn to that wonderful garden space.
That garden looks beautiful.
It does, it does. But I have to point out this extra additional cabinet storage.
We love storage.
We do love storage.
Oh, this is so nice.
Oh, spaces like this are really kind of hard to come by.
But you know, it's what everybody wants when you move to Old Town. This is like turnkey garden, right? You move into this home, you don't have to do anything. The current owner has done like just a perfect job.
And you know, you have a very spacious kitchen area.
Nicely redone, new cabinetry.
Yeah, and you know what? The style of the cabinets and the pools reminds me of that real farmhouse look right now.
Yep.
It's really super popular. But I have to point out, I love the penny tile.
Nice addition. And this is
Oh, it's a nice little powder room.
powder room. And upstairs we go.
Sounds good.
All right. Looks like bedroom number 1 or office number 1.
Also an exercise room, which I think is genius because you're sitting here and you're riding your bike and exercising next to this window. And you know, with all those little birds, like your little cheering section.
You can do it, Gina.
Okay, so we have a full bath.
So we're up to 1.5 baths here. Very nice. Oh, and I love this skylight.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. It was bright when I walked in, but you always notice those
Didn't you
details.
think it was my personality?
Always.
All right, let's go to bedroom number 2. This is the owner's bedroom. All right, well, really nice, serene space, right?
Nice layout in this room.
And I usually don't comment on decorations in a house, but I love this wallpaper.
Actually, that's not wallpaper. This is hand stenciled.
That is so cool.
It is so well done. It is really hard to tell.
Look behind you, there's cool storage there.
Probably linen closet. Oh my gosh, look at shoes.
Shoe storage.
Now this is a little fine.
Yeah.
More shoe storage.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sold.
All right, into the owner's bathroom. Very nice.
All right, what I absolutely love is the floor to ceiling tile.
Me too, it's dramatic. Big shower, marble vanity. Well, this was a charmer.
Was it charmer?
This is the first 80s home I've seen in Old Town.
You know, I think we focus so much on...
Ye old town homes, right?
Yeah, more historic homes.
Up. Here is Susie in the back.
Okay.
Well, Susie Klein, this was a great place to start.
I'm glad you liked it. What was your favorite part?
We're standing in it. So I definitely love these walled gardens, the one in front and this one. We're here in a bustling part of Old Town, but it's a little haven, right? And I love just walking into the house and the visual interest of the fireplace and the way it's positioned. It just was very unique.
Yeah. Okay, so I did like the remodeled bathrooms in the kitchen as well.
Sure.
But can I give a shout out for what my favorite feature was?
I know what that would be.
It was the shoe closet.
Shocking.
I guess because it was unexpected and you can never have enough room for shoes. So I'm going to put a little star beside that one.
So why don't you run through the stats of the house for us?
So this home has 2 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. It's a newer home because it was built in 1984. It has 1,260 square feet and everything's been remodeled. One thing I haven't mentioned is that it also comes with a parking spot.
Okay, well, that's always a plus here in Old Town.
Absolutely.
So are you ready to guess the price?
I am ready to guess.
So now remember, whoever comes closest is the winner, but whoever goes over isn't.
All right. You know, I'm a little familiar with the area, so I am going to just cut to the chase, Susie, and I'm going to make a guess of $725,000.
That's what I was gonna guess.
Great minds think alike.
Okay, I'm gonna go just a little bit lower so I don't go over. So I'm gonna go in at $699,000.
Okay, the actual list price is $748,900.
Oh, okay,
John wins.
congratulations.
This is a really fabulous place, Susie.
It is fabulous, but just wait till you see the next 2. I've got 2 very special homes to show you.
We look forward to it. I'll tell you what, how about if we meet you at the next place, because we're gonna go hit the streets of Old Town and explore a little.
Great.
I'll meet you over there.
Okay.
After you, we can go shopping, we can get lunch.
You can buy me coffee.
We can go for a walk by the water. You and I both love Queen Street here in Old Town.
This is my most favorite block in the city because I love these row houses.
Me too, it's like out of a painting.
It is, but you know, the row houses, you know, they're all pretty similar and they're all pretty much kind of cookie cutter. They did that because for the builder, it was just easy to build.
Yeah.
And at the time when a lot of people were coming in, it was a quick way to get a home up.
And looking at all these homes, they have one thing in common.
They all have the historic plaques on them.
Rightfully so.
Well, I mean, the history goes back so deep in this town.
Alexandria is a mercantile town. Everything about this town was practical. One of the things that, as an architect, I really love about Old Town is the diversity of the houses. The architecture shows the economic diversity of the city because you have large 3-story houses next to 2-story houses that would have been very modest at the time. You'll see houses that have larger panes of glass. Larger panes of glass were more expensive. So buildings were always mixed use here. It wasn't until the later 20th century that everything became single use. So this is such a terrific example of what obviously was a grocery store. In fact, you can see the ghost sign painted still on the 2nd floor. You can see where windows were closed up and the large glass windows on the front. People would have sold out of the 1st floor, they would have lived on the 2nd floor, and the attic could be used for additional warehouse and storage space. One of the things that the Board of Architectural Review has asked people to preserve in these buildings is that patina of age. It's what gives the town its character. The Japanese have a term for that. It's called wabi-sabi. And the character of that natural material, the cracks in the grain, the way it shows that's not a brand new building, that's been there a while. And the spirit of that building has stories to tell about who lived there and what the building was used for before and what it's used for today. Alexandria is not a museum, but in fact, it's a living, breathing town. As an architect living and working here, it's like being a kid in a candy store. You can't turn around without seeing another beautiful house. So no matter what your personal taste is, you can find something you like.
Such a great neighborhood.
Susie,
Hey, Susie.
Hi, John and Christine. Glad you made it.
to house number 2 in a very familiar neighborhood to me. I used to live here many years ago. It's just like the best. It's very quiet, south side of Alexandria. And my favorite thing was like walking to King Street to meet friends for dinner. And there's not one bad route. Everything is, it's just a lovely walk every time.
Well, the minute you walk through the gate, this home is so cute and inviting.
Adorable, yeah.
Can't wait to hear what you think.
Okay,
All right,
Susie.
let's go.
It's got this great little crepe myrtle here, too.
Oh,
Wow, what an entry.
I was not expecting this at all.
So smart. Look at this, look up.
Oh my gosh. Wow, does that open this space up?
Entry. Yeah.
But look
yeah,
at the
and
rest
the whole
of
floor.
this. Nice seating area. Oh, and I love the dining
This
table
house
there.
is adorable. And look at this spiral staircase. How cool is this? Hello. Wow, this was like custom built.
It's
like
a great space saver, that's for sure.
And it looks good too. I don't know if that's for everybody. And
Okay, so we have a half bath here.
bath.
Okay.
Nice, I love the tile. It's like 1970s.
I do like that. Okay, nice kitchen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We've got the subway tile, the glass.
Those quartz countertops are beautiful.
You know, another feature I have to point out are these cherry cabinets. Because you know my family, we were in the lumber business.
Oh yeah.
And I would save all these pieces with these really neat imperfections. And I would hide those pieces from my dad because I wanted to save them for my own projects. So glad that they used them in here because these really make these cabinets one of a kind.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing on this other side. I love this coffee station too.
They thought of every little use that they use, they have a spot for it.
And then this. Oh my gosh. Look at this.
Oh, what an amazing
okay.
space.
I'll take it. This is like everybody's dream in Old Town to have.
Old Town, I think it's everybody's dream to
Yeah.
have a space like this.
Very nice. Oh my God, and look up.
You know, with those balconies and this outdoor space, it actually feels like you're in France.
Well, double French doors, you know.
Oh, that's
They're very French, the doors. Yeah.
Hey, let's go try out that spiral staircase and we'll check
Okay.
out the next level.
Oh man.
Hey, John, you know what?
What?
If you lived here, you wouldn't need a Stairmaster.
If I lived here, I'd put an elevator in.
But you know, it's well worth coming up to see
Yeah, look how
this room.
open this
And,
is.
This is great.
It was so smart.
You just walk up to great views, bright light.
Yeah.
And this is a great room with a fireplace.
Another fireplace, great place for an office, and
And that's what they're
obviously
using, an
what
office
they're
sitting
using
room.
it for. Yeah. Storage, and we have a full bathroom.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice. Look
Right
at the
off.
beams. Look up. This is the lookout house.
I have to keep looking up. Keep noticing, because that's only going to help me in my price list.
Look at this room. Oh my gosh.
Now, this is what I envision for Old Town. This room is like the quintessential checklist.
Yeah.
So you have exposed beams, check.
Check.
Exposed brick, check.
Check.
Built-ins, check.
Check.
And French doors.
French doors
So
overlooking that
overlooking
gorgeous
a courtyard yet, so that gets like a triple check.
I love this house.
I do too.
I'm
I love this
serious.
room. I love this room. This is my room.
Okay, that's fine, but we haven't seen what's upstairs yet.
All right, next level. Okay, let's hit the bath. So this must be like the owner's like suite floor.
Suite floor.
Right. I
call it.
the
Yeah, you're
suite
too late.
floor. Exposed brick, light and bright. And look at
No, look up. Look at these
Oh my God.
crazy
I
skylights.
just have to walk into every room now and just look up.
It is such
You know,
a cool feature.
I actually thought there was a physical light turned on because it was so bright.
Well, it is a physical light. It's called the sun.
Okay, thank you. Haha. Very funny.
What a great space with this
Yeah.
exposed brick once again.
Fireplace.
And they
Good.
put in these armoires here, and they're just right. They look
Yeah.
like they belong here.
But there's also one item yet to check out on our checklist.
Oh, yes. The grand view of the courtyard. And look, there's Susie. Hold on. Hey there.
Hey, Don.
Well, I think I've seen enough to win the game, so we'll be down in just a minute.
Come on down.
Okay, you ready to do the spiral staircase one more
Yes,
time?
ma'am.
I've got my number. Let's
I've
go
got
talk
my
with
number. Here she is.
Susie.
Susie.
Well, hello again.
That
Hi.
is an adorable house. We're gonna call this the Jewel Box.
So what were your favorite parts?
Definitely the entry. From the moment we walked through the door, we were like, wow, look up, you know, look how they blew this floor out.
And you know, down to the tiny details. I love like the little hardware in the doors to make it look like it was back from the 17th, 18th centuries. But I was wowed by the back here. I love an outdoor space, so I would have to say this whole area is my favorite. But can I throw a nod to those cherry cabinets?
Very unique.
Yes.
Not your run-of-the-mill.
No,
so.
no,
Got
no.
it run-of-the-mill, it's wood.
Clever, clever.
Do you have any questions?
So what's the parking situation?
So this home is street parking only.
And how about the metro?
So the metro is probably about a mile away, which is walkable,
Yeah, that's not bad.
but even more fun.
That's a hot day like today.
Yeah, you're not gonna walk a mile. Can you hitch?
You can hitch a ride. You can walk over to King Street and ride the free trolley.
Okay, well, that's a free
perfect.
ride. Okay, we'll take that, yeah.
So this is our mid-level home in Old Town. We've got 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Everything's been updated.
That's
and
for sure.
3 levels of living. It's a little under 1,400 square feet at $1,392.
It seems a lot bigger.
Well, especially with this beautiful outdoor space, it's almost like having another living room.
Why don't I go first
Okay,
this time,
go ahead.
since I know a little bit about the neighborhood. I love, like I said, everything about this place. If there's one little thing that would make me adjust my price is the staircase. It's not for everybody. So that in mind, I'm going to give a semi-educated guess of 800 and 5,000.
Christine?
I agree with you on the spiral staircase.
Yeah.
But this one really did have a lot of
It
wow
did.
factors. So I'm gonna go higher.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go, with $825,000.
Okay.
Okay, so the rules of the game are whoever gets the closest without going over.
Yes.
So I have to say, sorry, John. Christine is the closest.
Yes, yes. So what's the listing price?
The list price is $849,000.
Oh my gosh, I was originally gonna say $850,000.
Well, you would have gone over.
Slightly, but I would have been right on target.
Well, it's good that you revised, so congratulations.
Those are both great guesses. But you need to know the market in Old Town under $1 million goes really fast. This
Yeah.
house will sell in 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
So that really can drive the price up.
Well, it is a spectacular home, and I'm not surprised that it will sell in just a
Yeah,
matter of
this
days.
is a dream house. It's great.
We've got one more chance.
One more chance, house number 3.
Yep. We're gonna head over to Prince Street, and it is spectacular. You're gonna love it.
How about we meet you there?
All right.
Okay.
You know, when you live in Old Town, it's all about the outdoors. And Tina and I could not let a beautiful day like this go by without a walk down by the waterfront.
Talk about a glorious day in Old Town.
Oh, do you hear the kids playing?
Yeah.
And the families? You know, I see so many bikers and walkers. You know, looking at these buildings now, it's really hard to imagine that it wasn't all that long ago that this was an area that was really run down. And we've talked to a lot of people over the years who have lived here,
Yeah.
and they said it was a lot of abandoned warehouses,
Yep.
and this was an area that you didn't come down to.
Oh, no. Right here on Union Street, there's train tracks that ran the whole length.
Right, well, because there was a lot of industry down here at one time.
Sure enough.
You know, you really get a good image of Alexandria's history. You have the old warehouse from the industrial period, and then you have these historic homes.
These gorgeous homes on Captain's Row.
Well, you know, this is Captain's Row for a reason, because a lot of the ship captains had their homes here because it was so easy to get to the waterfront.
You're just a block away.
You are.
This is a great block, but we're also headed towards Gentry Row.
And we are going to be looking at a home there, so you know it is going to be spectacular.
Well, almost time to meet Susie.
Shall we go? Hi, Susie.
Hey, Susie.
Hey, you made it. Welcome to Prince Street.
We just had a nice stroll up Captain's Row down from the water, so I think we should say ahoy to you today.
I think so. And I have to say, I am so excited to see the inside of this home.
Yeah.
We're history buffs, and we just love this
More
area.
like history nerds.
Pretty much. To be able to peek inside one of these homes is such a treat.
Being such history buffs, you really need to check out the portrait in the dining room. It's of Mordecai Miller. He was the second resident of the home.
We certainly will.
Because we're gonna explore every nook and cranny of this home, because we don't get many opportunities like this.
So let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, hey, Susie, this might take a while.
Come back next Tuesday.
Oh, this is a lovely room to greet guests.
Yes, ma'am. And look, There's a little hat stand for my shopper.
Perfect place to hang your
There
hat.
you go. Wow, very nice entry room.
I say let's start the tour right through this archway.
That archway is fantastic.
Oh, wow. This dining room is spectacular.
Yeah, very dramatic.
I love this chandelier. It's gorgeous. And here's our friend Mordecai.
Oh, it's our old friend, Mordecai Miller, gentleman of the house. Hello, Mordecai. That's
So,
really nice.
Really, really stunning dining room.
On to the next room. It's a doozy.
Wow.
Hello, dream kitchen. My goodness.
This is a dream kitchen, and I don't even cook, and it's a dream kitchen.
Where do you start?
The cabinets. The cabinet space in this kitchen is phenomenal. And look at this
A
stove.
thermidor.
Wow.
6-burner stove.
Oh my gosh, this table.
And the great skylight above.
Oh, and there's 2 skylights. But the light coming in, look at this patio. I mean, your
Traditional
eye is
old
just
town.
drawn the whole way down.
This is an entertainer space for sure.
Oh, it is.
And you have a fireplace. And then you have a TV, which it seems like
Well, it's perfect for
culinary
me.
school for you.
Well, it is, since, you know, I'm not the best cook in the world. I can just sit here and watch a cooking show and try to make something.
That would be amazing.
It might even be edible.
I doubt
I
it.
doubt it. Okay, so I need to find the most important appliance because I call it the hidden dishwasher.
Well,
I know this is the fridge.
yeah, but that's
okay?
pretty much a hidden fridge.
It is, it is. It's gorgeous with the panels. But I need to find the hidden dishwasher because you know I've got
But
to
wait
have
a
a
second,
dishwasher.
you don't do dishes.
I know, but that's why I have to find the dishwasher. It's hidden. It's hidden so well. Okay,
No,
that's
it's a drawer.
This is the sink.
It's got to be next to the.
Voila. Okay, the kitchen is complete now that I found a dishwasher. I could spend all day
Yeah.
watching TV, eating, and then you can do the cooking.
This is the heart of the home, and this is where I would live all the time.
I can't wait to check out the downstairs.
Let's do it. Going down through my favorite part of the house, this beautiful stairwell with this dramatic wallpaper and the skylight. And wow, look at these floors.
I bet these floors are original to the home.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it goes on
And on.
and on.
That's a lot of storage.
It is. If the downstairs looks this great, I cannot wait to see the rest of the
What
house.
does that look like?
Let's go take a look. Okay, so let's go upstairs. Oh, this is a cute room.
Yeah, not big but cute.
And you know what? I love the white accents with the rafters.
Yeah, me too.
But
very
look
nautical.
at this patio space.
Shining star.
This
Talk
is
about
amazing.
it. Yeah, another great living space.
Oh, it
that
is.
You can just chill out up here.
But you know what I love even more? Because you know I love my gardening.
Yeah.
You can have these gorgeous baskets, and then you overlook the beautiful garden down.
And you can play putt-putt at the same time.
We could. This garden, this patio space is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, but I think we have 7 more levels to check
Oh
out.
boy, let's go back in the house. Okay, the tour continues.
Yeah, but take a look at this. This is actually where the original part of the house would have ended.
Oh,
and
you're
this was
right.
all the addition that was put on later. So we're about to go into the original part
Well,
again.
they did a great job of combining the new with the old. It blends right in. Wow, look at the shower.
Very nice.
Very nice
Up to date.
finishes, huge, nice size, but look at this soaking tub.
Wow.
Oh, that is nice. You could soak in there all day.
Yes. Mixing the old with the new. This bathroom has everything. Oh my gosh.
It
even
does
a
have
fireplace.
everything.
Okay, well, before we tackle the next set of stairs in this beautiful house, let's check out the owner's suite here. Front of the house gets really great exposure.
does, it does.
And look at those windows. They are stunning. Look how marbled the glass is.
Oh, it's just another great room.
Well, shall we go onward and upward?
Let's continue. Okay. Oh,
I made it to the
bedroom.
top.
You did.
I made it to the top of the house.
Another bedroom.
It's just as big as the one downstairs. Has another fireplace.
I know you love
And
that.
it's got these great transoms, too.
Okay. Oh, Oh, how cute. You know when we told Susie we were going to look at every nook and cranny in this house?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
because they've utilized every space in this house.
Every nook.
And cranny.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Let's continue. Oh, and another cute
Oh,
room.
you've got to be kidding me. There cannot be another staircase in this
Come
house.
on, come
I
on.
just
One
can't.
more. Come on, let's do it.
No, you
Come
go.
on.
You,
We've gone this far. Let's
no,
go. Come
All
on.
right. One more floor, but if there's another floor above that, then we're...
That's it.
Okay.
See, I told you it would be worth it.
Yeah, there are no more stairs that go up, so it's perfect. Oh,
this
this
space.
is so nice. What a room.
Oh, it's great.
I love the beams.
And I know these are part of historical homes here in Alexandria.
Yeah, very typical for the top level. So-
And you know what's nice is you don't bump your head.
No, this is a great room. This would be my room. I call it.
That's fine. Do you have a price point in mind?
I do have a price point in mind.
I bet I have the right one, though.
I bet I do too.
I bet you don't.
I bet you're wrong.
Keep going. Wow, what a great house. Do you think Susie's still out there?
I certainly hope so. Hey, wait a second. Felt like something just grabbed my arm. It's so bizarre.
I think it's time to go.
It's weird.
Hey, Susie.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Susie. Wow, that house.
Yeah, what'd you think?
So I would have to say my favorite part of the whole house is that they took all the historical features and put in modern features that really made it a nice blend.
Yeah, the kitchen is a wow. I love the skylight over the staircase downstairs. It's just a beautiful, beautiful room. But the whole house is great.
The whole house is wonderful. I mean, we really could go on, and I'm sure we miss things.
We'll take it.
Let's remember the house is 4 levels, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, with 2 outdoor living spaces. And then there's 2 more details I didn't let you know about. The first is that the portrait of Mordecai comes with the house.
Oh, that makes it sweet.
And the second is that the owners are throwing in 2 years of parking at the garage around the corner.
That's also very nice.
That does change things for me.
It does.
The painting in the parking spot.
Okay, I am going to make a guess of 2.2 million.
Christine?
I think that's a good guess, but I'm thinking you're a little high. I'm gonna go with 1.8 million.
Well, since the rules are that you can't go over, Christine, you're the winner on this one.
Yes, thank you,
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you.
The list price is $1,995,000.
Let me bask in this glory. So, Susie, anything else you want to show us?
Yes, there's a great restaurant right around the corner with amazing tacos. Let's
Great.
go.
We're in.
Since John lost, it's his treat.
Congratulations, Tina.
Thank you. Do you know, you just have to get better at your pricing.
If you lived here in Old Town, well, one, we would love to have you. Hello. You'd probably be on your bike, running, enjoying all the food, but mostly...
Hello, don't mind me. So if you lived in Old Town, you would know that Misha's Coffee Shop is really good. It's very popular, especially on weekends.
If you lived here, you would soon discover there's not one thing that's special about Alexandria. There are dozens and dozens of things. People are engaged here. It's a real community.
All right, well, walking down the street, it makes me want to get a big cup of ice cream.
I might grab a burger while I'm here.
Or how about a nice coffee?
That sounds good.
To find out more about living in the Washington metro area, visit WETA.org/ifyoulived here.